What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me right here on Outside the Brand. This is episode 262 for your October 12th, 2022. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining me right here on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. Guys, tonight on AEW Dynamite, we have a new All Atlantic champion in Orange Cassidy. I couldn't be more proud of him. We have Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson 3 for the Ring of Honor World Championship. That was an absolutely phenomenal matchup right there. The ending really shocked a lot of people, and I want to get some guys' thoughts on this. I hope we can get some people on in here. If I mean hell, I see TJ in here. TJ, if you want to come on in here, I can send you the link. I want to actually get some people's thoughts on that whole Ring of Honor, Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson matchup right there. The match, really, what happened after the match, which Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia. So I'm gonna send the link out to some people. I want to have some people on in here. I should have had some people in here already, but I'm just gonna send it out right now. I'm gonna get the link out to people, and we'll see if we can get some people on in here. I'll send it right now to you, TJ. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me get to here. TJ. Boom. And should be sent now. So come on in here. Let's talk about this AEW Dynamite from tonight, guys. This is going to be an absolutely incredible post show right here on Outside the Brand. You guys are not going to want to miss a single second of it. So we got the Chris Jericho Bryan Danielson 3 match that happened tonight. Absolutely incredible there. We had the new All Atlantic champion being crowned tonight in Orange Cassidy. Absolutely great match, an absolutely phenomenal way to end the show tonight. When I saw that it actually didn't send. There we go. I'm gonna try to resend it. Okay, now it's sent. When I saw that the Ring of Honor World Championship was around the middle of the show, I was like, all right, there's a reason why this is happening. And we were going to have the All Atlantic Championship in the main event, which was the exact case. And we were going to see a new not Ring of Honor champion, a new All Atlantic champion, which we certainly did. TJ is now in here, so I'm going to let him on in here. TJ, what's going on, brother? What's going
What's
on, my
up,
man?
my brother? What's going on?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good. A great episode of Dynamite. Like you said,
Tonight's
that
Dynamite was
ROH
great, man.
ending.
Yeah.
Whew.
Tonight's Dynamite was great, my man. We have a new All Atlantic champion in Orange Cassidy. I was so freaking pumped up during that match, man. They put on a one hell of a matchup right there, Pac and Orange Cassidy. They've been
Yeah.
doing this ring since Revolution 2020, man. They're
Yeah.
just bangers.
Yeah. I almost broke my headset when it happened because when he hit the second orange punch, I was like, okay, Pac's gonna kick out. And then when he counted three, I said,
Dude, yeah.
I almost woke up my roommates the way I was screaming. I got so excited. But I was like, dude, this
Absolutely
is
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah. Um, I mean, those were really the two main points tonight, but another huge portion of the show that happened. Actually, it really happened before the show as Tony Khan went onto Twitter and announced that Renee Paquette is all elite. I'm surprised it honestly didn't happen sooner, like I said in my
Yeah.
video, because obviously John Moxley being AEW World Champion, being there for 3 years now, going on to 4, it just felt like the right fit for her. And honestly, I couldn't be more proud of her. It's just a great fit for her and just, that entire family right
Yeah,
there. So,
and many people speculated. They thought when how Triple H was bringing back a lot of people, they thought that Renee was going to come back also. But the
right,
way I saw it, Renee left on her own. She wasn't one of the releases. She asked to leave and venture out onto other things.
right.
So we all kind of knew it was a matter of time until she joined AEW, and we all saw the memes of Tony Khan's recruiting everybody from WWE backstage, and now it's true now. He's got everyone that was on backstage. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That show WWE backstage, right? Punk,
Yeah.
Saraya, Joe, Adam Cole. There was, I believe, at one point, and now
Yeah.
Renee. That's insane. I actually,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a picture of like the Triple H gauntlet with all his returns.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a picture of all of that. I gotta
There
see.
is. I
There
saw it
is.
today. Ryan Sapp actually tweeted it out.
I gotta check his Twitter then.
Yeah.
But man, this is it's just an absolutely great fit. Like I said,
Mhm.
I'm honestly just surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that John Moxley has been there for all that time, and then obviously him getting an extension,
Hmm.
it just felt like the right thing to do. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's just gonna make the show a lot better. It really is, because she's the one that can actually bring some personality backstage with those
That's true.
interviews.
Because I remember they used to have a couple. What was her name? Dasha
Dasha
Curtis. She used to
Fuentes.
work. Yeah, thank you, Fuentes. She used to work for WWE, and then she
Yep,
went to AEW. I don't know what happened to her, or if she's still there.
she's
But
still
with
there.
Renee, oh, she is.
She's still in AEW. Yeah, she does
Oh,
the AEW Dynamite pre-shows with Alex Abrahantes on YouTube.
And I believe
okay.
she's
So
one of the Spanish correspondents for like the Spanish speaking countries.
that's
Oh,
very
okay.
true
That's pretty
too.
cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, with Renee, I mean, let's be honest. It's not uncommon for wrestling couples to work for two different companies,
Right.
but with Renee not being, that's more with when they're active wrestlers. Renee's backstage correspondent most of the time. They have a kid together. Of course, she's going to want to be close to her husband so that he can be with his kid and them not be on two opposite sides of the country.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do think she's wanted to work with Moxley like in the same company with him for a while now. But of
Mhm.
course, for backstage correspondence and shit like that in WWE, their non-competes are crazy.
Yeah.
Like she had a 18-month non-compete.
I was thinking she was one of the best they had too,
Yeah.
Like
because they
damn
even
near
had her
2
pull up
years
for
she couldn't
commentary
work for
one time
anyone
too.
else except ESPN. She could work for ESPN, but she couldn't work for any wrestling companies, anything other than basically 30 on 30 on ESPN.
Right. I'm just very happy for her, and it's just going to be a great fit overall. I saw a
Mhm.
lot of people today. I mean, not obviously on the wrestling TikTok side of things, because everybody's really happy for Renee. But anywhere else I looked, they're just like, "Come on, Tony, are you really trying to be this petty? Are you really trying to do all of this?" And like, come on now.
What's
I was
petty
just seeing
about
a lot of
hiring
negative.
someone's wife?
I was just seeing a lot of negativity about Renee
Yeah,
Paquette signing. There's nothing negative about it. There's nothing petty about it. I think what people really wanted was that Renee to go back to WWE, like people
hmm
want them to. But
yeah,
if you want to be closer with your family, why
hmm
not go to the company that has your family? Like it's not a big deal.
exactly.
I feel like that would be like if, let's say, I mean, Becky's out injured right now. Let's say
Mhm.
her contract ran up and she decided to go to AEW, since that's what we're talking about. And then Steph was like, oh, well, my contract's up. I'll probably go over there too. And
Mhm.
everybody gets upset. Like, bro, they have a daughter, and it's not like Dynamite and it's not like Raw and SmackDown where they run
Yeah,
that are kind of close to each other. Dynamite ran in Toronto. Wasn't Raw in like Milwaukee?
yeah,
Yeah,
and SmackDown's about to be in New Orleans. That's
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
opposite
Yeah.
sides of a country, two different
Right.
countries at that.
Yeah.
Like, they act like these niggas is like 10 minutes apart. Like, oh yeah, I can go see Becky right before the show. No, I'd have to take a whole private jet to see my wife and child.
Right.
If I can
like,
be in the same company as him,
I'm sure Renee working for WWE that would have been great.
especially under Triple H too.
Yeah,
You know,
but
he would have had her in her bag.
Right.
it is also very good that the fact that
Mhm.
one, Renee can work with her husband. Two,
Mhm.
Nora can have both of her parents around full time
Yep.
because she's small enough to go on the road with them.
Mhm.
And she's good at her job.
Exactly.
exactly.
And I feel like she can add something because I just noticed there's not, and since they put Dasha on like the pre-show, you don't really have a women's voice on the shows besides
No.
Vicky as a manager and the superstars when you let them talk. I feel like Renee could be that voice that can help like raise the women's division, make it bigger, make it what it should be in terms.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like Renee has the ability to kind of be like, you know, with most backstage personalities, they're kind of pushovers a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You could give Renee more of a backbone and it would work within the company because it's like, oh, well, I mean, she is married to the world champion. So, like, you know, it would make sense for her not to be a bit more brash, not as much of a pushover.
I need that storyline at least once, though.
Oh yeah,
like, they're trying to talk shit to Renee,
I'm
and
telling
the dudes are like, "Oh, you slept your way to this job," and Mox just walks up. I'm ready for that.
I'm telling you,
I'm shocked.
Next week, MJF is gonna say some smart shit to Renee. I'm calling it right now.
I'm legitimately shocked that it didn't happen this week. I like as soon as Renee got here, right, and I saw that MJF and John Moxley were going to be speaking tonight. I'm shocked that we didn't get an MJF segment with Renee. I because we got it with Alex, Alex Marvez tonight. I'm like, well, why the fuck is Alex doing the job? It should be Renee. To get
I think it's because they want to save that.
Moxley.
You know, they want to save that when they're really gearing up for the MJF and Moxley match.
I honestly think we were probably going to get this after, like that interaction after the match between Hangman and John, just to make it a little bit better, so that we can at least get, you know, the Hangman story out of the way. Considering, I mean, we all know John's just going to retain anyway, so that's not even a real issue.
I don't want to count Hangman out here.
True.
Hangman's great, and I love the guy. But really, the whole thing going into Full Gear, and that is the right pay-per-view this time. So shut your mouth. Is really the whole thing going into Full Gear is MJF and John Moxley. We all know this, so hopefully that does get squared away. But you know, everything that happened tonight looked fantastic. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, that was a pay-per-view quality matchup on TV.
Good match. When he hit that poison Rana, Luchasaurus looked like he died.
Especially since Luchasaurus' big ass can't really flip backwards. They had a whole BTE joke.
Dude, that poison Rana was insane.
I remember they had the whole BTE joke about how Luchasaurus can't take Canadian Destroyer because he can't flip backwards properly. And it looks terrifying when he does it because he can't.
It literally looked like he was like paralyzed for a hot second. I was like,
yeah.
So when Jungle Boy went to like, you know, yell in his face, I was like, that's him checking on Luchasaurus. Like, hey, are you good? Because that shit looked brutal.
Yeah, that poison Rana was just insane.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the right winner came out on top though. Luchasaurus, you can't have Jungle Boy beat Luchasaurus, or at least not yet. Really, the story between Jungle Boy, like that whole Jungle Boy story, is with Christian. Yeah. So
beating Luchasaurus don't mean nothing because he's not the one that talked shit about your dead father. Said he wanted to fuck your mama. That's the man sitting at the announce table talking shit about you right now.
Yeah. So I mean, the whole story is really between Jungle Boy and Christian.
Christian, like you said, talk shit on his dead dad. Say he want to fuck his mama. Told his mama to her face, your son's a piece of shit. On his birthday.
You raised a piece of shit. You should be sorry.
He did a concerto to Jungle Boy in front of his mother and sister, bro. Like
the only other person on those levels is MJF. Oh, your mother, Methany. Personally, that one
was with Brian. That one was with Brian Pillman.
Yeah, me personally,
Jr.
I heard that
was one with Brian Pillman Jr.
Astonished.
That one was with Brian Pillman Jr. And I do believe that MJF did get
right there.
Now, obviously, MJF talks to these guys that he's in his feud with. Otherwise, if he just goes out there and just says that kind of stuff, there's some freaking problems.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he obviously goes there and talks to the people that he's feuding with and say, listen, I got some stuff planned, but I want to run it by you because if this is just, too far or anything like that, I want you to tell me. And then he goes and does his thing.
I guarantee
At least I hope he would do that.
Oh, yeah.
At least I hope.
Toni, I know we make jokes about Toni being, but I don't think he would let, especially after that Max Caster one, that one time he let him go out there unplanned. I don't think Tony's letting anybody go blind out there.
Yeah. I mean, at least I hope MJF does that kind of thing. Because, I mean, that's just honestly
MJF against Riddle? We thought it was bad when Rollins said you can't see your kids. He'd be like, oh, really? You can't see your kids? And you got abuse allegations against you. We'd be like,
we'd be getting RVD jokes all night from MJF. So, but yeah, it was just a great show. I loved it all. Toronto, the crowd tonight, and shout out to Eliza Hope Division because she was there tonight. That crowd was red hot all night tonight. All night.
Love Toronto.
Telling you, it's because Canada does not get wrestling shows often.
Right.
So, the fact that one, it's a new promotion they have never seen live. It's a promotion that I don't remember if this is the exact stat, but I'm pretty sure AEW is bigger than WWE in Canada. It's either Canada or the UK.
Okay.
I was say, yeah.
They haven't been in the UK yet, so I mean, it makes sense for Canada, I guess.
But I just remember hearing that stat that technically with ratings and everything,
Yeah.
AEW is the bigger company. They're number one in the UK.
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
But they loved it. Obviously, I think if they gave Canada more shows, we would get a lot more environments like this.
Yeah.
Like personally, I want to see a show in Edmonton.
I'd love that.
I ain't never been to Edmonton. I ain't never been out of America. But but Edmonton has like a very wrestling based environment. So I really think they would probably have one of the hottest. I'm talking Chicago or Philly levels of hot crowds.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That or Calgary.
What else happened tonight that I can spin upon? Oh yeah, Daddy Ass. He had his match with Swerve Strickland.
Oh, scissor me dad.
There you go.
I just want to say this. Billy Gunn, at almost 60 years old, can still fucking go.
Oh, yeah.
That is insane.
Dude.
It's crazy. He can go. He looks as good as he does. And he can
keep up with a young talent.
Over.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. He's incredible. He really is incredible. What happened after... Huh? What's that?
Road Dogg can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Bryan? We're talking about Bryan over here? Yeah, nah.
All Road Dogg can do is sit there and get chewed out by HBK about Black Lives Matter. That shit was still
or JD. Or JD from NY. That guy, he rips Dog to shreds. Man, Billy Gunn, he's super over. Not even just with the whole daddy ass thing. It's just that like the guy is just in incredible shape. You wouldn't think it, but he's in incredible shape. He can actually really go in that ring, and he made Swerve Strickland look like a freaking star out there tonight. Even though we already know that he is.
Yeah,
he's just great, man.
Swerve got that pin from using the ropes.
Yes.
The way that crowd wanted to rip his head off. I felt bad. I was like, damn. Y'all made it seem like Billy Gunn has to retire now the way he just lost this match. I like that.
I seen the Fightful Twitter account say something about how the referee should have seen it. And I'd have to disagree because you can literally tell it's a legal pin until the ref is about to hit 3 and Swerve just quickly hooks his arm and slides out the ring. It's all one motion. It looks clean. There's no way the fucking ref would have seen that, even if the ref was staring directly at him. You weren't seeing it. He did it too smooth.
Yeah. What happened after the match, though, was incredible.
My God.
I mean, listen. It really. Mark Sterling, you can like him, you can hate him all you want. I love Tony.
This shit's
I don't
fucking
care.
genius. Like, it really is.
So genius.
He's just he's just great.
Copywriting other people's gimmicks before they do. Why has nobody thought of this?
It's insane. See, it makes it. Listen, we all talk about how Tony Khan, he does that stuff, but it makes Tony Khan look like a freaking genius when it comes to stuff like this. Who thinks of this stuff? Seriously.
He must have a good
wrestler. We've seen tax collectors, garbage men, prisoners that want to choke out their balls backstage, all types of shit.
And
we haven't seen a lawyer that decides, you know what? I'm gonna start copywriting shit.
And I brought up this tweet from Anthony Bowens that happened at 9:00 exactly, and that was basically right after the promo segment. And he says, and I quote, and this is from Anthony Bowen's official Twitter account: "Unfortunately, Mark Sterling has also informed me that due to his Scissor Me trademark, we are immediately barred from using the scissor emoji or any variations of it in any of our tweets. Hashtag AEW Dynamite." That's incredible. That's incredible.
So good.
And then
you already know what this is building to. Is the Acclaim's gonna beat up Nice and Josh
Sterling.
Brooks? No, Josh Woods. Yeah. They're gonna beat up Nice and Woods for the titles, and then they're gonna scissor, and it's all gonna be a happy. They'll go into the Full Gear match. This isn't gonna happen at Full Gear. It's gonna be before then, I would hope. Yeah. But
honestly, that's a Rampage match for me. To be completely honest,
I wouldn't say Rampage. That is a solid Dynamite Tag Team title match.
Yeah.
Give Woods time on Dynamite. He is so fucking good.
No, yeah, he is. He really is good. I don't know. We'll definitely see. I quote retweeted him and say, "Not the scissors," and I put like 15 scissor emojis. Like.
Phil, you're gonna fuck around and get them sued using those scissor emojis.
Hey, he didn't sue me. I'm not a part of the Acclaimed. I can use it.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
But guys, it was an incredible episode of Dynamite tonight. We're gonna go over everything that happened on the show tonight. If you guys liked what you heard so far, make sure to hit that like button, turn on the bell for all notifications as you hit the subscribe button down below the video. If you guys missed anything over on the channel over the last couple of weeks, you guys can go check that out. It's all on the homepage. Last night's episode of Tuesday's Talk was fucking hilarious. We talked about Bray Wyatt for an hour and a half, and then the rest of it, we just talked shit, and it was incredible. Zay was there. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Just an incredible night last night.
Bullshit for 45 minutes, and I'm just sitting there against the wall like, I don't even watch basketball. What the fuck are these niggas talking about?
We were talking about basketball, football, just anything just to go through the time, because we honestly could just kind of ran out of our things for about Bray Wyatt, and honestly we don't know much about Bray Wyatt until we actually see things unfold.
Yeah.
So it was an incredible episode of Tuesday's Talk last night, so go check that out. And our Monday Night Raw post show is live on the channel for you guys as well. Tomorrow there will be an extra for you guys. I don't know who's coming on in there, but I do got some news that I do want to cover. So tomorrow will be an extra. And for Friday, we got Friday Night Smackdown on the agenda for you guys. Rampage, to be completely honest, I took that out of the program, but we have Anna Jay versus Nyla Rose, apparently for the TBS championship, but it's not actually the champion because she's not the real champion.
Might as well be.
I don't get that logic. we have like the Butcher and Blade versus I think Private Party or something like that.
It's Butcher, Blade.
Yeah.
No, I think it's Butcher, Blade, and I want to say FTR, but no, it's I can't fucking remember. It's not
WarJoe, is it?
It's not WarJoe.
See, this is how important the show is.
Where's the bunny been, bro? We're literally in her hometown.
Allie was here. Allie was here tonight. She was here in that promo that they did, but I mean,
I want
she
her
doesn't
back in
wrestle.
the ring, bro. God damn.
I
love
she
Allie.
probably filmed something for Rampage or Dark.
I love Allie. I really do. Allie's great. Okay, so it's John Moxley and Claudia
while we're on
Castagnoli.
I don't care what any of y'all Wrestle Talk nerds got to say, but I just want to say, Nyla Rose can crush me any day. I don't care what any of y'all Wrestle Talk bitches got to say. Nyla Rose can crush me any day.
Look. I get it. We're like the only ones who don't be on this horny shit on this podcast. We're like, why are your guests always like this?
I don't know, man. Like I had no idea.
I saw Nyla with that title. I was like, I see the vision. I see it.
What vision?
I can see it. It's not really my style, but I can see the vision.
So we have. So wait a second. Ethan Page will meet. Who the heck is the one person from Private Party?
It's Isaiah Cassidy, right?
Isaiah Cassidy. If Isaiah wins, they're out of their contracts or whatever with the not Andrade family office. He's gone. The Roosh family office, and then if he loses, and Ethan wins, Matt Hardy is apparently just owned by Roosh and that family. So there's that.
That was the firm.
Or the firm.
Yeah.
The firm.
Damn, I like how MJF got the contracts now.
I for some reason I thought Roosh was involved in that for some reason, but not.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Cassidy needs to change his name because every time they refer to him backstage or something, they don't call him Cassidy. They call him Isaiah, and it makes me react to it, and I'm like, bro, no, fuck y'all.
He's like, nobody told me I had to cut a promo today. I'm not ready. I ain't ready for this shit.
Yo, I shit you not. I was hugging my nephew for him to go to bed, and they said Isaiah's got dropped. Like, nigga, what? Yo, they said Isaiah's got to face Ethan Page, and I damn near cried for a split second.
Yeah. And a JAS versus Nyla Rose will be there as well. And then Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus the Butcher and Blade. So that's what it looks like. Oh, and FTR and Shawn Spears, the Pinnacle, take on the Embassy. So there you go.
That's what I was thinking about.
Okay. Speaking of Shawn Spears, I love that he's back. And
did he come out to the Perfect 10 music? Because somebody said it was the Perfect 10 music from WWE.
I severely doubt it was the Perfect 10 music, but he is the Perfect 10 gimmick.
He does have 10 stuff for him, so that's great. They actually named her Anna JAS. Yes, they did.
Don't know why they did that, but they did. Yes, it's Anna JAS.
It's still Anna J, but they just add the AS in there because the Jericho Appreciation Society, I guess. I don't know, but I mean, but yeah, that's Rampage. Probably not going to cover it. I mean, I'm probably going to watch it as a sidecast during the actual OTB episode, but I mean, it's not really all that important. I mean, I didn't watch anything of Rampage last week or Battle of the Belts last week because Battle of the Belts, you're just retaining the titles anyway, so no.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I feel bad. I used to love watching Rampage, but now, once SmackDown's over, it's just crap.
We're barely getting 300,000 viewers every week with that show. So,
I used to watch Rampage a lot. I don't watch it anymore. But then again, I might, because I'd like to watch wrestling on Fridays, and I fucking refuse to watch SmackDown. That show sucks ass.
Well, Bray's gonna be there Friday, so I don't know if.
I mean, I'm gonna watch illegally, to be honest with you, because I don't like. I'll pitch in exactly for when Bray comes in, and I'll pop right back out, like I did last week for the Logan Paul segment.
Okay. But yeah, that's it for your Rampage stuff. I mean, you can probably tell who's gonna win these matches just by some of the actual, just by me reading it out to you guys.
We all know Butcher and Blade are gonna squash this indie guy Moxley and Claudio, whatever his name is. Obviously,
right? I mean, Claudio, Claudio Castaneda. I mean, I don't know. It's exactly Sour Patch Kids and the Swedish Fish. There you go.
Opinions. Which one?
Watermelon.
Sour Patch.
Them bitches go hard.
I bet.
Yeah.
Let's
get into Dynamite, guys.
Those into the movie theaters and just munch.
Oh yeah. Let's get into the show, guys. We started off Dynamite tonight with Renee Paquette. She's here, right? I mean, you might as well. You got Renee Paquette. She introduces Toronto's own, or Canada's own, Christian Cage. And Christian says that, listen, I am the face of Canada, right? Yep. And just like, how I'm basically guaranteeing a win tonight, that's a lot to say, considering that the Maple Leafs will lose every single chance that they get.
Yeah.
You're legitimately doing GP in your own,
in your own country.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let me just say, I think we're going with this. Add Moxley to the list. This is one I know I'm definitely going to lose, but tell him meet me in the NXT parking lot. Because when Toni tweeted out that picture, Renee's render, boy, I'll take that ass beating. I will take that ass beating.
I've always loved Renee, so I'm down with that one.
I'll take that ass beating. But
I'm not going to meet Jonathan Moxley in no parking lot, but
I'll call Nick Gage real
Jungle
quick.
Boy want to meet me in that parking lot.
I think they broke up. I think he and Anna Jay broke up.
Oh, say less. Been Instagram DM.
Yeah.
Now.
Boy. Hey, Tony, sign me real quick, bro. TJS.
I ain't that much younger than Anna J. What's good?
Hey, Jungle Boy can kick some ass though, so don't be going after his girl. Yeah, but Jungle Boy's
also like 5'8", so
yeah, I can put his little ass on the shelf. Come on now.
And Khan from the Gates of Agony just liked my tweet. Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening here?
Why do you get all the I don't care about the likes and shit. I talk a lot of shit about it, but at the same time, I would like to just just a little morsel of attention. It's nice, makes me feel warm.
When Malik
honestly
followed me back on TikTok the other day, I felt like a goddamn celebrity.
Wait,
I
who?
felt like Malik. He followed me back. I felt like a celebrity.
Oh yeah, trust me. There are a few people when they follow you in this community, it does make you feel good. It was Malik, Suplex, Smithception, and Laugh for me.
Oh
yeah. It's incredible when you get interactions. Honestly, dude, when it comes to interactions with these AEW superstars, it's really all not that hard. You tag them. Them, they see this shit, and they'll like it if it's something actually constructive, positive kind of criticism here.
That's why I said
they actually listen to that.
If I'm too ignorant or not, because I tagged somebody in one of my tweets, but I was also like, oh, this might be a bit more of a negative tweet, for being honest.
I mean, they actually listen to it. I mean, Brian Cage has been liking my stuff for over the last year or so, because I've been loving everything that Brian Cage was doing before he just left for some reason. Not his fault, obviously, because Tony Khan, he has this massive roster and he doesn't know how to handle it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I just tagged these guys, and it works. But I'm just waiting for that Jericho follow, because Jericho's been liking my tweets over the last, 2 years. I'm like, come on now, you see me. I mean, hell, you even saw my Fozzy video from the Dynamite that I went to at Grand Slam. I mean, come on now.
Just
So,
talk about how you believe he got snubbed on something. He'll follow you.
Yeah.
He's like, Jericho was snubbed at Mania 28. He should have beat CM Punk. Chris Jericho has followed you. It's probably all it takes.
I mean, when John Cena followed me randomly, I was like, what the
I still
fuck?
need that man to follow
That's what
me,
I'm
bro.
really mad about. Them John Cena
Follows
followers,
everybody
because
except for me. What do I have to do?
I use Twitter for 2 reasons. 1, to get wrestling news. Number 2, anyway. But every time I go on Twitter, for some reason, John Cena is following every person whose accounts I open.
Bro, he follows those stars also.
Yes. Do you know
Yes.
how much ass be on my feed because of John Cena?
It's like John Cena. Listen, I shit you not. This will be the caption. Watch me shove this 24-inch up my and it's like John Cena follows.
Like this. What?
I remember when Jim
Earlier
Ross used to
today,
do
I
that
had
shit
somebody
too.
whistling on my feed because John Cena liked it. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not mad, but I'm kind of upset.
Bro, Jim Ross used to be on that same shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, ain't John Cena married too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder how
yes.
his wife feel about this.
Oh my god.
After all of that, Christian just introduced Luchasaurus and we got to the match. John Cena, he's just wild. That's all I had to say.
We
I
just
mean,
had
there's
that
a
whole
reason why
spiel.
John Cena. There's a reason why John Cena is better than your favorite pro wrestler. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
he gets the use of Twitter. I
Yeah.
don't use it often for anything else. He gets it. I get it.
Gets it, yeah.
I'm honestly telling you guys right now, if I didn't have this show to promote OTB and or just live tweet during professional wrestling shows, I wouldn't be on Twitter. Because other than like that, it's just a complete cesspool of negativity.
Oh yeah.
So
I had an old burner account that I used to get on to, but other than that, until I made my TikTok and started blowing up, I never fucking used Twitter. At all.
Yeah.
Somebody was getting cooked earlier today, not just by the IWC, but by legit wrestlers. Because Indy Hartwell used a superplex to win, which legit move because that shit fucking hurts. And they said, did she just win off a suplex? Boy,
that
they
pissed
went.
me
I saw
so
that
bad.
tweet.
Because I remember, I'm sitting there. I remember my first superplex, right? And I was nervous. I went to go take a deep breath before I landed. Knocked all the wind out of me. I have asthma. I thought I was ready to die. That move is legitimate. The only normal bump I would put above that is a German suplex.
Oh, hell no.
Everything else that's worse are like extreme bumps.
There was another report that came out today by WrestlingNews.co that somebody in AEW got mad at an NXT superstar for using their move.
What?
Now, this was JD Drake. I'm not afraid to say names.
Yeah.
JD Drake saw Josh Briggs, like he threw, I believe, Malik Blade onto the ropes and clotheslined him off of the rebound. And apparently JD's been using this for like 15 years. And
I've seen he has said something about how he worked with Josh a few times.
I legitimately tweeted that same thing. I'm like, the super kick, the cutter,
the clothesline, the fucking clothesline
are all normal moves now that just don't feel important.
Yeah.
So I understand it to a point where you're coming from, but it's not that it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Exactly.
Right.
Like I would understand if he stole his finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing I forget his name, like Matt Tremont or whatever had an issue with Sammy Guevara because he innovated Sammy's finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I can understand. That was your finisher. There's not really proof of somebody using that variation before him.
Exactly.
So that's yours.
Yeah.
However, a rebound lariat had so many different variations. All he did was use one of them.
Yeah.
That's a normal move.
I'm like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that people use other people's moves in the past. Like they say, invitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and that's exactly what he said. But it's just not. It's normalized now. It's nothing to be like buttered about.
If that's the case, every wrestler who's right-handed needs to take a step back and pay respects to Ronnie Garvin. Because I remember he used to win matches with a fucking right hook to the heart. And these motherfuckers would legitimately look like they were dead. So any wrestler who punches you, imitation's a sincerest form of flattery. Please, JD Drake, worry about getting TV time first, sir.
I mean, the workhorsemen, they're even hard trying to get on Dark, and that's hard.
And BT ain't around anymore. You ain't getting on that either.
Yeah. You better ask Parker Boudreaux to hook you up with some of his rapper friends because he know everybody.
Parker knows connections though. He could probably get there.
Who are his connections? He knows everyone.
Parker knows everybody, bro. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing to be like that hurt about. It happens all the time.
That is one I'm proud of. Parker's probably the easiest wrestler to get a follow from. You like and retweet a bunch of his stuff, and he retweets your shit if you talk about him.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who?
Parker Boudreaux.
Oh, Parker.
Yeah. Parker followed me before I deleted my old Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess I'll get a follow by him soon. I'll just do that.
I felt like I was being too toxic on that account, so I straight up deleted it. But I had a few likes from wrestlers on there. I had a couple follows. I was doing okay.
Yeah.
I had the John Cena follow, Philip. But
the biggest one to me, Chris Danger liked one of my tweets, and I thought I was the hot shit.
I love Chris Danger, bro.
I said, Chris like my tweet, it's over.
I love Chris, but I woke up one day, bear in mind, never added him once in any tweets, right? I never even talked to the guy. The guy blocked me. Why? What did I do?
I never that shit happens.
I never mentioned him, like in a tweet or anything. I never even tagged him or anything. Did you talk
shit about the Eagles?
No,
I know sometimes
the Eagles were good that year. Then I was gonna, talk to. I was at least gonna try to message him, but no.
I think what it is that Chris will block some people based off like one negative tweet.
Mm.
So maybe you were just having a bad day. You shot off an especially negative tweet, and that's the one he happened to see of yours.
But the wrestlers I want to block me never do. At fucking Ryback, I want that motherfucker to block me. I'm tired of seeing this shit. Even when I block him,
TikTok accounts by that guy.
I think he's got me blocked on my main account, but not my other TikTok account.
Bro, somebody talked shit about him in a TikTok video, and he duetted it. And then the person duetted his video and talked more shit.
My first video on my backup account where I was doing the whole potato gimmick, I got like a bag of potatoes from like my grandmother. My grandmother just went to the store, so I got the bag of potatoes. Immediate block. I'm like, let's freaking go. I mean, yes, that was petty. Of course, that was petty of me, but I didn't care. It was just a potato gimmick that we were all doing there. What is it? We talked about Twitter for 45 minutes. Let's get into the show. I can honestly do this all day. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, that was a pay-per-view quality type matchup, and it was an absolutely great match to see. Jungle Boy looked fantastic. Luchasaurus, he's obviously great in that ring. We continue to see a burning hammer from this guy every time, and I freaking love it.
Mm.
I mean, yes, it's not totally a burning hammer because, you're obviously arching that guy's back once you're, on the driving part. But normally that breaks necks, and that move is banned in Japan for a reason. So, obviously, he has to,
Is it banned in Japan or is it banned in WWE?
I heard it's banned in Japan from some real bad injuries that's happened.
I'm about to say, if it's banned in Japan, you know that shit's dangerous.
I heard
it's not allowed in WWE either.
what was his name? Bryan.
What?
Fuck.
Alvarez?
Kennedy? Brian Kendrick.
Oh.
Kendrick? Yeah.
Okay. He got in trouble when he used it at the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's banned. I mean, it's probably banned in WWE, but I definitely heard it was banned in Japan.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is crazy. Like, they suplex each other onto aprons like this. You're banning the burning hammer? Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, Ricochet does the burning hammer to himself when he sells.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
You see the one from SmackDown? I mean, from Raw, his neck literally said,
yeah.
But then he died.
Did you see that RKO he took at one time? Like, he legitimately.
How did he break his neck? He full on bounced off his actual neck.
Yeah.
Shit's wild, bro.
Let's continue this show before we hit an hour.
Yeah.
We came back from commercial as we see Jungle Boy hit a Hurricane Rana on Luchasaurus into the ring post. Jungle Boy then hit a sunset flip onto Luchasaurus from the apron through the table. Looked fantastic, bro. That was great. Fantastic spot. Christian then distracts Jungle Boy, but it allows Luchasaurus to hit that burning hammer-like maneuver and pick up the victory. Just a great stuff there. It was like a pay-per-view type quality matchup. We're most likely going to be seeing this again at some point down the road, but you can count on it that it's going to be Christian and Jungle Boy again. Most likely at Full Gear, and hopefully Jungle Boy will get his win back.
I don't know because I don't know how serious Christian's arm injury is.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
If he's not making Full Gear, then they're probably gonna do Luchasaurus Jungle Boy 2 at Full Gear.
Right. Okay.
If he is, though, it will be Chris Cage.
That makes sense. I mean, he's on television, so you really don't think of the injury until.
That's what I like about AEW. A star can be injured, but you still give him TV time. They just don't get physical.
Right. Yeah. Just a great match overall, and honestly, Luchasaurus, ever since becoming this darker side of the guy, it's just a great presentation. I love it. I love the presentation. The all-black Luchasaurus is great.
I love the gear. I love the presentation he has. I love this match.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the match finished, I tweeted, I was like, absolutely phenomenal match. Great, right winner, the whole nine. This was beautiful. But man, I can't wait. I can't wait for this Christian and Jungle Boy match.
Ooh.
Once they really can wrestle, go out there and do their thing, it's gonna be amazing.
Christian gonna spear that boy out of his boots. He gonna catch him in a spot and he gonna make Edge proud with that spear.
The shit Jungle Boy is gonna do to Christian. It's gonna be fun.
Up next, we had WarJoe, not Wardlow, WarJoe, taking on QT Marshall.
I hate that name so much.
That
name made me cheer QT.
Versus QT Marshall and Nick Camarado in the factory. I mean, come on. Come on. I just want better for Wardlow and especially
I remember when the TNT
Samoa
title
Joe.
meant something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I want better for these guys. At least Wardlow should be in some kind of program for this TNT Championship. And Samoa Joe, I mean, yes, obviously Ring of Honor doesn't have a TV deal.
But still.
But get him into something. Do something.
Wardlow kind of has a story for the TNT title right now. The issue is that they keep tying FTR to him. And that makes it, we got to do trios and all that. No. Just right now, it is pretty obvious that it is the Embassy wanting a title off of either Joe or Wardlow. Cage is going for both of those titles at the same time right now. Yeah. Do I think he's going to win either one of them? I wouldn't mind him being ROH TV champion. He's very clearly going to be an ROH guy.
Yeah.
But another problem with that is, like you said, ROH doesn't have a TV deal. So Tony Khan is trying to get these ROH guys on TV, trying to showcase who they are, while at the same time showcasing his talent that he has for Dynamite and Rampage and all that at the same time. Trying to manage showcasing 3 different shows at once is harming certain stories. Because, we have to tie Wardlow and Joe together. Because, you want those TV titles, because let's face it, they're both TV titles. You want those titles to still be prominent, but you don't want people to forget about the other champion. And at the same time, you have guys who you need to give TV time. Guys like FTR, which are the greatest tag team in the world. And now all these people are getting looped together so you can get them on TV. It's starting to feel like fucking the Invasion, almost.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, praying that we get the full gear and Tony Khan can be like, we have an ROH TV deal starting in January. Because they need it going into next year. They cannot do this for another year.
They can't be having these Ring of Honor championships on AEW TV for much longer. It takes away from the show, and honestly, I just don't give a shit anymore. I really don't.
I think you can. I think you can have the ROH titles on the TV. You just need to have ROH have its own show too.
You need to make it make sense, though. That's the thing. If it made sense, I'd be fine with it. It doesn't make sense half the time.
Until you get that TV deal, until he gets that TV deal, I would do what NWA did. Run them a show on your YouTube channel. Replace either Dark or Dark Elevation, because NWA has NWA Power, and that ran on YouTube for a hot minute, and they were pulling in numbers so they got their TV deal. Do that with ROH so you can showcase actual ROH talent.
Dark is on Mondays, AEW Dark Elevation's on Tuesdays. Either way, if you're going to put it on a primetime spot, you're going to be going up against somebody.
I'd take away Dark Elevation.
Or NXT. Now, I mean...
They're going up against NXT on Tuesday. Actually,
and AEW Dynamite next week is going to be competing with NXT anyway. This is a Tuesday Dynamite.
Fuck off of Twitter.
Oh, God.
I'm not doing it.
Dude.
Shit's going to be wild.
I'm not. I still remember how fucking bad it was when they were going head-to-head every week.
Yeah. On Wednesday,
the first time
the Wednesday Night Wars, don't even get me started on that one. Yeah.
It's been like almost 2 years since they went head-to-head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dark is on Tuesday, Elevation's Monday. All right, I switched it. See, that's how much I don't care. But regardless.
But yeah.
Either way, it's the same thing. And
next week it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell. Yeah. For Wrestle Talk, Twitter, F the whole 9.
Yeah.
Because we already know.
I ain't taking shit
people
from nobody.
People are gonna compare, and one of those shows is gonna have to win. We all know what show is going to win, but fucking Hellzone. And you're gonna hear shit about, oh, NXT lost. They had more women's matches, so they're a better show. I'm sorry. I understand. I'm gonna mini rant real quick. I understand the issues with AEW's women's division. I understand there's issues with the main roster's women's division right now. But I don't care how many women's matches you have on a card. If they aren't all quality, don't put them on.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like having, we had 4 women's matches this week. Okay, cool. How many of them were good? 0? Why the fuck?
One of them was Nikita Lyons, my boy. We're over it. The ass was phenomenal the first few weeks, but now...
Yeah, like, she bad. I agree with that. That's a very fine woman. But I don't give a damn how good you look if you can't wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, you're right. We just need a TV deal at the end of the day. I don't even care what day. I really don't. Hell, you can even put it on Thursday. I really don't care.
It's gonna be Thursday.
It has, honestly, that's probably the only thing that makes sense.
Tommy. We know it's just Tommy watching Impact. They'll be fine.
It's really the only thing that makes sense. And to be completely honest, if it's going to be on like a TBS or a TNT or honestly any other sister network that they have for Turner, it's the only day that makes sense because let's face it, not everybody has Access TV for Impact.
Nobody's gonna watch it on Monday. Nobody's gonna watch it on a damn Friday. They sure not about to watch it over Dynamite. So
I mean, I wouldn't even mind if it happened on like a Saturday. I love weekend wrestling.
Bring back Saturday primetime wrestling. Woo.
I
I'll sit
love
down for an hour to watch some ROH.
It should be ROH should be a 2-hour show.
Yes. Prime time, please.
Either
and
on
it is
Thursday
10 o'clock shit.
Or on Saturday.
Yes.
If you're gonna do Saturday, this might sound crazy to some, do Saturday morning.
Ooh.
Saturday morning wrestling will you got the kid demographic in the palm of your hand.
Facts.
Them kids is waking up early, all excited.
Saturday morning slam idea. I like that.
Hand. Now they watching wrestling.
Saturday morning
Thursday,
slam like
8 to 10,
nice.
compete with Impact. It doesn't really matter because no one really watches Impact unless your name's Tommy.
Yeah.
Or, if Tony Khan really wants to be petty, and he might.
He'll try it. He will.
For ROH on Tuesdays, go back to competing with NXT so that you can have a third show that might just be NXT every week.
Dynamite was the reason why NXT had to go to Tuesdays. So, I mean...
Oh yeah, if he do that shit to NXT again, they might just take NXT off the USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
They might just be like, you know what? The third hour of Raw is now NXT.
I would not be mad.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that, especially with Triple H.
Get that little break and it's
they just don't.
I mean, because let's face it, Shawn Michaels is not running NXT.
Hey, let's be honest. Aiden, you gave me an idea. He said we're about to have NXT 4.0 that happens. Bro, Triple H loses another thing to AEW. That man might pull the tank out again and pull up to an AEW taping. And be like, Tony, open the door.
I swear to you, they beat him again. He gonna be mad.
Listen, this is our final day. Tony, I am moving NXT to Thursdays. I don't give a shit about Impact. If you book a show on Thursdays, somewhere down the line, I am going to fucking...
Yo, he's gonna be
know
in
what I'm trying to do.
At the Jaguars game. He's gonna run on the field, go straight to the sideline, get up in Tony's shit. I swear, for God, if you put something on Thursdays, I swear I'm gonna whip your ass.
The only thing that I will allow on Thursdays that even is remotely close is if your fucking Jaguars are on Thursday Night Football. But the thing is, that's actually never gonna fucking happen because the Jaguars are ass. So stop it.
They don't even get afternoon games, do they?
No, they don't.
They're always like the first game on a Sunday. It's fucking terrible.
Vince might get his do-rag on and drive back to the HQ.
Do-rag Vince strikes again, brother.
He gonna pull up with all them wrinkles in his head, all types of mad.
Oh, man.
Samoa Joe and Wardlow, they beat the Factory's ass. I mean, come on now. Nick Camarado, though, for some reason, that guy impresses me. I don't know why. I don't know how. But that guy actually can go. I seen him live before, and the guy can actually go. He looks way too much like Tony D'Angelo for my liking. And trust me, you can see it if you really look at it.
I'm not seeing that shit at all.
If you have like backstage segments, he wears exactly like a Tony D'Angelo type thing. He has a freaking cigar. He talks about like a freaking accent and everything like that. It's almost exactly like a Tony D'Angelo type rip. But I mean, it's only for certain people, I guess. But
I'm not really looking at him either. So maybe after this, I'll probably look it up, see one of his backstage segments, and see what you're talking about.
It's honestly uncanny. But yeah, it's I mean, they just beat their ass. It's nothing really even too big of a deal. After the match, Wardlow hit one powerbomb to QT, just one, before the Embassy and Brian Cage interrupt. FTR then interrupts too, and Dax mentions Rampage, but Sean Spears interrupts. They say, listen, we got a third guy here that has been, just ruined to get back on AEW, and it's Sean Spears. He has the whole 10 gimmick again, and FTR and Sean Spears would take on the Embassy on Rampage, as FTR then hit a big rig on Aaron Solo. So there you go.
That's crazy.
Are
Wardlow.
you sure it's Nick
Wardlow
Camarado?
powerbomb.
He looks like Bruiser Brody.
It was definitely Nick Camarado that said it. That had like that type of.
This picture, he's looking like Bruiser Brody over here. This man is built. He scares me. If I saw him,
I don't know what picture I saw then. I'll find the picture and send it to you guys. But it definitely looks like a Tony D'Angelo ripoff
I'm
at
a little
some
scared
point.
right now. This man is scaring me.
I'll find it and send it to you guys for sure. But yeah,
finally, Jesus Christ.
You just had to burn it just wouldn't come out.
Oh yeah, y'all. I know y'all been seeing me over here struggling trying to get that motherfucker out.
It does. It happens to all of us, bro. The third match that happened was Billy Gunn and Swerve Strickland. Pretty solid match here. I mean, it wasn't really all that long of one, or at least it didn't seem long to me. But Billy Gunn, he looked great. Swerve, obviously a star. Yeah, it just worked out pretty well after the commercial break. Was that?
I said, yeah, not a long match, straight to the point, very easy story to understand.
Yeah,
no surprises here.
Right. After the commercial break, we see Swerve hit a dive over the top rope onto Billy's knee. That actually looked pretty solid. I mean, like, he landed on that knee like the hard way, it seemed like that. And I see Billy clenching his knee, and he's like, oh, shit. And they tried to bleep it out, but they didn't do it in time. And it just looked really weird. They be bleeping out everything on AEW, and it kind of frustrates me, but it's the TV network's deal, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did a knee. He did a move to Billy's knee. Swerve then hit a rolling flatliner onto Billy, and that secured the pinfall victory as Swerve picked up the win. Swerve was easily going to win this anyway, but I'm glad he actually was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, no surprises here. I don't think anybody thought Daddy Ass was going to win here. But, it was a great match. It showed that, old 97 Billy Gunn is still there. Still hiding. But I really do, we see more Billy Gunn in just more singles matches, Let him wrestle more of the roster. He can do a lot for these guys.
Yeah. After the match, that is when, obviously, Tony Nese and Smart Mark, they came out and they did their thing about the whole, banning of, trademarking scissor me and everything like that. It was just incredible. It makes Tony Khan look like a genius. And then after all of it, Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling, they this sounds so fucking weird, but they scissored. They did the thing.
Yeah.
He grabbed the
yell, scissor me, daddy niece, and
scissor me, daddy niece, and they do it. I mean,
I thought this was a kid's show, damn it.
Nah, not at all,
this
man.
ain't no kids show. I'm sorry.
This thing has been rated TV 14 since the get-go, bro.
As soon as that first shit was uttered, they said, "Oh, okay."
I swear to God, TNT came up to them and was like, "Wait. Y'all figured out y'all can get away with this, and now you're saying scissor me on national television every week.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. If they ever get another wrestling program after this, TV 14 will have different rules because this is too much for TV 14.
You're really towing the line, for sure. It's definitely towing that line. I mean, let's be real. Obviously WWE's TV PG, but even they don't sometimes even toe the line when it comes to this stuff. And if they do, it's just rare. It's very rare that they do it, and it's just not often at all.
Especially the fucking dick drop Bowen does.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not calling that a leg drop because it's not. The man's legs are open and you're scissoring him. That is a dick drop.
Call
it something else you want to.
It's a wild move. It's just wild. I saw that for the first time on that Dynamite, and I was like, "What the fuck are we even doing here?" And apparently, that wasn't the first time he did it. He did it on like a random episode of Rampage. I guess I didn't watch that night because I didn't see it until that day.
Yeah, he scissored Butcher.
The Butcher.
Anthony Bowens scissored the Butcher on live television.
That's a wild statement, right there.
I know it is. These segments are so weird because I have so many jokes to get off, but I know not all of them are funny.
I love wrestling merch. I'm sorry, I will never buy a scissor me daddy ass shirt. I can't. I can never wear that shit in public. I couldn't.
They did.
It looks cool.
It's gonna come in about 13 days.
Public.
I would only
just got
wear
an email
that
yesterday. The printing's done. It'll be about 2 weeks.
I would only wear that in the comfort of my own apartment if I live alone. I'm not wearing it in my house.
Take it to an AEW show.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure you're gonna catch me like going go-karting with the boys but I'm gonna wear it to Full Gear. That's why I bought it. I bought it to go to Full Gear.
I obviously wear it at a wrestling show. That's where you're supposed to be wearing these shirts. Even though I see people every now and then just
I'm gonna pop up at my boy's house with it on though. Just one time.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna pop up at their house, proudly displaying a Scissor Me Daddy ass shirt. I'm gonna have a shirt on underneath, but we're gonna see how it goes.
So yeah, John Moxley. It's time for John Moxley to speak. Comes on out. Love Wild Thing. Wild Thing is great. Some people I talk to some people now and then, and they say that they really miss the whole unscripted violence type theme that he had before Wild Thing. I don't. I think Wild Thing fits him a lot more. Really. I love Wild Thing, and I just love it. He comes out, he calls out Hangman Page, and Page then comes out. Page is so passionate in his promos, and you can tell that just by the mannerisms that he speaks in, the tone that the guy does. The man was legitimately punching himself in the face just to prove to himself that he is going to be on another level with Moxley. It's insane.
Like, he walked away, and I caught a glimpse. I was like, did you really just give yourself a black eye a week out from your title match for a promo?
Right?
And people want to say this guy is mid. Come on now. This guy is amazing.
People don't respect Hangman Adam Page as much as he should, and he should get a lot more respect.
No, for sure.
The people who don't respect him, I don't get y'all. I don't understand it. Y'all are the same type of people that dislike Kofi Mania, even though you're black.
Steven.
But it just doesn't make any sense to me, you know?
So Page says that it meant the world to him that Moxley said that he respects him. Moxley says that he thinks of Moxley. Now Hangman isn't the same guy anymore. Moxley then says that Page doesn't have in his guts to pull the trigger. Page then said that he's still here because he is a man. Page says that he's been choked until his face turns blue, but he keeps coming back. He then says that he will beat Moxley within an inch of his life. Page then walks away. That's obviously just a very Cliff Note version of the promo. If you guys want to see the full promo, I really urge you guys to just go seek it out. There was a
AEW
part.
would like you to post it within like a couple of hours. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To like 2 a.m. They're gonna post it.
Yeah. There was a part in the promo. He was like saying I'm here, I'm there. Something about the medicine not working, but I am still here because honestly, I have nowhere else to be. I have nowhere else to go. It was just a passionate type of promo, bro. Like Hangman Adam Page, that fight in Cincinnati on Tuesday's Dynamite, it's just going to be fantastic, and you guys are not going to want to miss that. I hope to God that's the main event because that should easily just it should go on last, bro. It's the World Championship. You put that shit on last, and with that type of a promo and build up for that type of a match, you put that shit on last. I don't care what anybody says.
You put it on last, or if you just really want to capitalize on that hype, put it on first. No commercial breaks.
If it's on first, you put it with no commercial breaks. Yes.
And if it is last, you know what else you need to do? Bring Mark Henry in for it. Do what he does on Rampage. Have him do that last second face-to-face interview through the split screen, and then there's been enough talk. It's time
Dynamite and Overrun
for the main event.
Definitely do an overrun too. Definitely do an overrun.
You better tell American Dad they can hold off.
It wasn't even American Dad this week. It was fucking The Big Bang Theory. They definitely could have had the fuck off.
They can hold the fuck off, man.
Yeah, it was The Big Bang Theory. I was like, oh, okay.
Give me 5 more minutes of Pat versus Orange Cassidy instead of the fucking whole universe that's in the show.
Yeah,
bring Keith Lee out, we'll show you a Big Bang Theory.
I got one.
Just go check out the promo, though, guys. Absolutely incredible, and it's just top notch, like they always do.
Oh, I know what's next now.
Oh God!
Ring of Honor World Championship: Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson. First of all, phenomenal match. I thought it was a great match.
Oh, yeah.
Second off, that ending has a lot of people questioning. And that's to say the least, because Zay is fucking pissed, and I am going to allow him to speak, so go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to try not to overreact a little bit, but I am genuinely upset about this finish. Okay, let's say, ideally, you had 10 ways you could have continued on this story, right? You had 3 great ways, 6 good ways, and then 1 just aight one. Out of all those options, you chose the one that was just aight. It was a great match, right? But there is no point in Jericho holding the ROH title if Bryan wasn't the one to take it from him. There's no reason. Because Garcia has the pure title. Now, if you want that match to make any sense, Jericho and Garcia for the ROH title, Lee Moriarty's got to take the pure title now. I'm not against that, but at the same time, I feel like Garcia fits the pure division so well right now. If he had like a decent run in the pure division facing wrestlers from AEW, ROH, New Japan, different people, all under pure rules, you could have one hell of a run out of Garcia. But instead, it kind of feels like they're trying to speed it up a little bit to give Garcia the title, and he can be the savior of ROH and the JAS, yada, yada, yada. That's cool. It'll be fun. It is not the best option for the story, though. It is just not. Bryan taking the ROH title, and then Jericho being like, oh, I need something. Seeing Garcia over there, who betrayed him and let him lose that title, because that's what I thought was right happening. I thought Garcia was gonna be the reason Jericho lost the title. And then you could have a great story for Full Gear with them too. Fully separate Garcia from the JAS, and then you could run a rematch for the ROH title on the first episode of ROH after Garcia beats Bryan for that title eventually. Because you could do that in just 2 months? I'm not saying Bryan needed to hold the ROH title for a mad long time, because I think Bryan should win the AEW World title at next year's Full Gear. Or All Out. But for Garcia and Jericho, you need to have a match at Full Gear and then one at the first episode on ROH's TV show. Jericho is not a fucking pure wrestler. He's good. He could do it. But Garcia is a pure wrestler. Lee Moriarty is a pure wrestler. Bryan Danielson, Jonathan Gresham, Wheeler Yuta, those are pure wrestlers. Chris Jericho is not. He doesn't need to be anywhere near that fucking title. And Garcia isn't on a level yet to be ROH champion. You have put yourself in a position now where it's, okay, you kind of have to, lessen Garcia a bit because he has to drop that title. And then you have to rebuild him so he makes sense to beat Jericho for the title. And then you got to make Jericho look strong and all that other shit. Like, you chose a route that does not make the story as fun as it could be. Is it going to be okay? Yes, it is Daniel Garcia, Chris Jericho, and yada, yada, yada. But I'm sick of AEW choosing the worst fucking option with these stories. There's shit staring at you, and it's my biggest issue with WWE Tag Team Wrestling as well. When you have something staring at you, in your face, and you are choosing to ignore it, it's an insult to my intelligence. As a fan, and I don't like using that term because I'm a wrestling fan. What intelligence I got here to be insulted? But at the same time, it's like, it's right there. Everyone else seen it. Everyone else seen it, except you. But that's my piece.
Now I see Tony's point, and obviously TJ saw it too, where Garcia could possibly unify the World and Pure Championship like Danielson did in 06. I completely see that, right? I completely get that. But to me, that doesn't. I don't want that, honestly, and I don't need that.
Especially
yeah. What I interpret it as, and I mean, I said it on my Twitter, right? And obviously, Zay was kind of referencing that one in his explanation, was that, with everything going on, I thought that, that we could be seeing the fact that, the World Championship being on at that time, and the way that Daniel Garcia attacked Bryan, I interpret it as that Daniel Garcia wants to be the one to beat Jericho and not Bryan, so that he can save Ring of Honor from the whole, obviously, Honor of Jericho or Ring of Jericho type era, and be the savior of Ring of Honor. Because obviously Jericho is trying to take the honor away from Ring of Honor. And, saving that type of legacy that Ring of Honor has always had over the course of the years and decades. That has been a thing. Now, that could still happen. But it's just a matter of where is it gonna go from here? How is that gonna work? I predict that at some point when this TV deal fucking happens, you have Daniel Garcia take on Chris Jericho for the World Championship in the main event of that first show, where Garcia beats Jericho, and he is the savior of Ring of Honor, getting that honor back to the Ring of Honor brand, and just taking it back from the JAS.
Yeah. Which is great,
but
big celebration. Everybody's gonna be in the ring.
Obviously, he wouldn't be pure champion at that time. He shouldn't be.
because I don't want I do not want that pure title to go away. The
Yeah.
rules for the win that pure title are so fucking cool.
Yes.
Like you can only get a rope break 3 times. You can't punch. It's mainly a submission match. It's such a great, not even a stipulation. It's just a match. It makes it feel so real.
Right.
That's probably the closest you get to that territory style wrestling back in the day that people really like to reference. Pure Rules is probably the closest we can get to that. And if that
It
goes away,
reminds me of when I wrestled back in high school. Because there's like you just have to survive. You have to figure it out on the fly. There's no, I mean you can tap out, but there's none of that. Like that's not an option as a competitor. It makes pure wrestling feel real, like real wrestling.
What do you think is really going to be happening with all of this, TJ? I mean, it's the kind of situation where, yes, you want Daniel Garcia to be the one on top of everything at all of this.
Yeah.
But you really kind of have to keep the integrity of everything that happens in Ring of Honor up there as well, because Ring of Honor has such a huge history that we don't want that to get tarnished.
The way I see it, and it's kind of hard to do this with Pure Rules, but you know what? Now that I say that, now this definitely needs to happen. Jericho, yeah, Garcia helped him retain the night, but he kind of looked like he was hesitating at first before he struck Bryan. So what I think should happen, I think we should have Garcia versus Moriarty, Pure Rules for the title. Jericho comes in and costs him the title, and everyone's like, that goes against the Pure Rules. Wait, exactly, because Jericho's trying to fucking take down ROH, and what better way than destroying Pure Rules match? Come in there, attack Garcia, cause him to lose it. Now, Garcia is not only fighting to rectify the situation, he's fighting to fix what went wrong and to save ROH from Jericho because now he knows it's my duty to do this. He's serious about destroying what this brand is. This brand that made almost every great wrestler we have today was made by this brand, and he's trying to tear it down. Someone who never stepped foot in that company is trying to tear down what made me, and I have to defend it from him any way possible. He takes that title off of Jericho, series premiere of ROH main event.
Because if now, I mean, it's a little bit shaky, but correct me if I'm wrong here. The title changes hands on the disqualification in Pure Rules.
So yes.
Oh, then he has to strike Moriarty. He needs to look Garcia right in the face and then strike Moriarty right in front of the ref. Really fuck him over.
I want to
because I think I like this idea TJ presented, but I'm also pretty sure if you get DQ'd, it's either the title will change hands or it's like a match restart with point deductions. It's one of those two. Or at least it should be. I don't think there's been many DQs in pure matches though. I don't think ROH has gone to the ring doing that.
Yeah, I don't think it's really.
It's uncharted waters. So we don't know what could happen. It could change hands. It could be a restart and with point deductions, whatever it is. But I like the idea that Jericho should cost Garcia the title because he doesn't know the fucking rules. And that pisses Garcia off and that he needs to respond to it. This story can be saved. I'm going to make that very clear. In my eyes, the story can be saved easily. But as for tonight, I was severely disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rules of pure matches are as follows. Every match begins and ends with the code of honor. That makes sense. Each wrestler have 3 rope breaks and to stop submission holds and pinfalls. After a wrestler exhausts his his rope breaks, submissions and pin attempts are able to be done under the ropes legally. So, closed fist punches to the face are not permitted. Only open hand slaps or chops to the face are allowed. Punches to other parts of the body are permitted, excluding low blows. I mean, that's obvious. The first to use a closed fist will be a warning, and the second will be a disqualification. As a standard Ring of Honor matches, a 20 count for a wrestler being outside the ring onto the floor. Outside interference will result in automatic termination from the roster for the wrestler that interferes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Part of the pure rules is that if you interfere in like this sacred type of match, they will fire you.
Oh shit, Andrade, where you at? Andrade, where you at?
That is
You're
hilarious.
gonna go out there and just rock Daniel Garcia, ain't you?
And they're like, okay, how you know?
Once a pure champion is crowned, the title can change hands via disqualification or countout. So it can change hands.
Mm.
Okay. It can change hands via disqualification.
Because you have to know the rules. I really like that idea, TJ. I'm gonna give you credit for that and make a video about it.
The pure title was created in 2004 when AJ Styles defeated CM Punk in the tournament for the first champion. The title, Oh yeah, so now they're just going over the history of it. So yeah, those were just the pure championship rules. And they had to go over the pure championship rules again because remember, at Supercard of Honor, it was Wheeler Yuta versus Josh Woods for the championship, and that's really when that kind of all, reignited again. So it can change hands via disqualification. If that does happen, Jericho's probably just going to cost Garcia the championship, and that makes a lot of sense. So
yeah,
they
need to do something.
And if we're trying to get Garcia into that world championship picture to take down Jericho and become the savior of Ring of Honor from the Jericho Appreciation Society, he can't be the pure champion. He just can't.
Mm-mm.
So
Tony
it makes a lot of sense.
You're tripping. You're tripping, Tony. I swear if they put that title on Sammy, I'm sick. Fucking sick.
That should not happen.
Nah.
That should not happen.
That's not a title you could put on a high flyer at all.
No. Especially Sammy. Sammy's not a pure wrestler at all. The guy doesn't know a wrist lock from a chokehold.
The only way you put it on him is if Jericho's costing Garcia the match, making him lose to Sammy, which would make Garcia even angrier because he now lost it to someone like Sammy.
Who is not a pure champion at all.
If you think Sammy winning that pure title would piss Garcia off, boy, my video is going to be on another fucking level.
It would piss a lot of just Ring of Honor, fans.
Boy, Samoa Joe would walk out there and fuck everybody up if that happened.
Bro, I swear to God, Seth Rollins will get released from his contract just to come whip Sammy's ass.
Just to fuck somebody up, yeah.
I said the wrong Sammy, but we're going to ignore that. I can hear myself when I catch my mistakes, so I don't say something.
I caught it too, and I wanted to talk about it, but nah. I ain't gonna let that one slide. You said the wrong fucking Sammy, bitch.
Nah, Tony, you got it right. You saw how he was dancing with Toni and Ty at their wedding? Man, Sammy ain't ever getting fired. That man.
No. He was
Sammy
like, "May I cut in,
dealer,
sir?
Bro.
May I cut in?" Fuck off, dude. Like, really? Shut the fuck up. I mean, I love you, Tony, but Jesus, first you're on crack and now you want to cut in? Nah, get out of here. Go home.
I mean, to be fair, it was his wedding. I do like the fact that he can go to his appointee's wedding and not act like a fucking boss. Granted, it doesn't seem like he acts like a boss very often.
Man ain't coming to my goddamn wedding.
He needs to act like a boss when it matters.
Right, but off the clock at your employee's wedding, that is the perfect time to be like, "Hey, can I cut in? Let me have some, just be loose. Show your talent. You can be loose."
No, obviously be friendly to people. I mean, like I'm not telling you
but
to
also
not be
fire
friendly.
CM Punk. Be friendly with your talent, fire CM Punk.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you're friendly with your talent outside the ring and everything like that. That's perfectly fine. Honestly, you should be like that. If you want like an actual locker room that could be decent.
Speaking of that, Zay, apparently Ace Steel posted to his private Twitter today a video of some people singing Freedom by Aretha Franklin. So now people are speculating what that means as far as the whole situation.
I mean, we still call him Ace Steel Chair over here. So I mean,
Ace Steel chair.
Ace Steel Chair. So
Hey,
Well,
for me,
who coined
it's
that?
Ace
Who
Steel
coined
jaw.
Ace Steel Chair?
Huh?
Was it Tio or
Eh.
Nate?
It was Nate. It had to have been Nate. But yeah, man.
I swear to God, yo, we had the most fun on this podcast talking about some Ace Steel Chair.
Ace
Oh my
Steel Chair
God.
was like trending on this podcast, and then we even made a hashtag about it, but nobody used it after that.
I'm gonna put that in my next video. Matter of fact,
I would be remiss to not talk about what happened during the MJF promo. That MJF promo was fucking hilarious. Like, it was fucking great.
That was
I loved
funny as
everything.
fuck. He said, "Take your Carlton Banks looking ass on somewhere."
I
God
loved
damn.
it. And then, and then I went up Carlton, and he was wearing that exact same sweater. I was like, holy shit,
that was one hell of a call from MJF.
dude! I love it. And shout out to Suplex. Shout out to Tyler real quick. The fact that MJF was even, he was self-aware about his own demons and how much he can. Oh, what the fuck happened? He was self-aware about his own like demons and him just honestly being a dick at times.
Mm-hmm.
The self-awareness is really good, and that honestly opens up a world of possibilities of him possibly being a face at some point. Which I don't know how that would work at times if
Mm-hmm.
MJF would ever be a babyface, but it did open the door of possibilities.
It was something new.
That's what to think about too, because you could tell the fans are really going to start cheering for him soon.
Yeah.
And eventually, you're going to have no choice but to turn him. But how do you keep him like he is, but still be babyface?
Yeah. I got no idea. But the self-awareness of his evil ways, it was a very interesting type of promo for him.
It was amazing. The self-awareness, the passion MJF brings to his promos anyway. MJF is just great. There's not enough you can say about MJF, but you ain't saying nothing new about MJF either.
Yeah.
It's not like we haven't heard it before, really.
And you know what that
I was
promo
really
gave me
trying not to sell it, but Aiden, AEW Bite Forever is fucking hilarious.
That's that is fucking great. That is hilarious.
What you call it? You know what his promo reminded me of a little bit? It kind of gave me Dusty Rhodes Hard Times vibes. The way he was talking about, like, yeah, I know I've been a dick, but that's the only way you can get by in this business. I want to be a champion. I did what I had to do. It kind of gave me Hard Times vibes.
And that's very funny you say that because, I mean, it's Thursday now. Dusty's birthday was on Tuesday.
Yep.
Which obviously we've seen a lot of great tributes to on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed was with his birthday passing, you've seen Dustin get very introspective. I just know this is a bit off topic, but he made a tweet talking about how, how retirement has been on his mind heavy.
Right.
And I do think him retiring next year on Dusty's birthday is what he should do. I feel like it's a perfect send-off.
Yeah.
I would like the idea of Cody being able to be there as well. But I don't think Dustin's going to leave AEW for his last match. And I don't think WWE is going to be like, yeah, sure, go to AEW for a night so your brother can retire. It's not happening. But I would hope, wishful thinking, Cody could at least be backstage in the crowd, something.
Yeah.
October 11th, 2023 is a Dynamite. So that works
I'm
out
saying,
perfectly.
bro, let him
out perfectly.
Let him
Come
retire
on.
on a Dynamite. Give him a proper send off. He would be the first retirement in AEW.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very proper, very respectful. I would like it, and it gives this next year for him so much reverence.
Yes.
Because now you're feeling this is the final stand of someone leaving on their own terms.
You can maybe even possibly have him go on that one last championship run. It doesn't have to be a world championship. I'm not saying give him a world title.
Atlantic title. Give him the TNT title.
I would say, you want to make that TNT title feel like some prestigious shit? Put it on Dustin. Guarantee you he'll act like Dusty with that bitch and make it feel like $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to be in the world championship type picture to make anything feel relevant. But if you're going on that last run,
give him a world title match. Give him a
make me
mid-card
think
title run.
Dustin's about to win that title. Make me think he's about to win it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If this is your final year, just go all in with it.
Bro.
Yeah,
balls to the wall, because it's very rare we get to see a wrestler leave wrestling on their terms.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how good he is still. He still is.
Keep in mind, he's been wrestling for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 fucking decades.
Yeah,
that is insane. 5
and he's still
decades.
pulling out Code Reds. Shout out to Amazing Red.
I
love
I don't know how old he is.
Nothing.
But I know Dusty had him, wrestling around at a fairly young age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's in mid-50s, I think.
Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah, I think he's close same age as Billy Gunn almost.
Yeah, because
Dustin Rhodes is 53.
Yeah, I was about to say not 5 decades. He ain't been in that ring since 3 years old, but it is. I would say it has been a solid 4.
His debut happened in 1988.
Yeah, it's been a solid 4 decades.
September 13th, 1988.
Oh, that's my sister's birthday. Just a solid 12 plus 13. Damn. 18 years before she was born.
Damn.
He's been wrestling for 34 years of his life. That is
God damn, that's insane.
At least professionally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just go all in. I love Dustin. He actually sorry to mention Twitter again. I meant to do a tweet about Dusty's birthday yesterday on the actual day. I did it earlier on before Dynamite. Dustin saw it. He liked it. I was like, it's great. I mean, I was really only doing it, just in honor of Dusty Rhodes. I didn't think anything of it. I tagged Cody and Dustin. But Dustin saw it. He liked it, and I was like, this is just, it's just in honor of his father, man. Just the American dream. It's hard to think that he's been gone for 7 years, but it's obviously something that we all should just, just remember.
Sometimes watching wrestling, it doesn't even feel like he's gone.
Yeah.
Because that influence is just there. All over the fucking place.
The guy revolutionized promos. It revolutionized
Sasha Banks, and I can see the mannerisms taught to her by Dusty.
Right.
Boy, when Cody...
Even Natalia.
Yeah.
When he hit that bionic elbow at Mania, I damn near cried.
Yeah.
Especially since the crowd went off.
Oh, man.
From the first jab, you really can't tell he's gone sometimes. You just can't.
It hasn't felt like it's been 7 years, but honestly, like you said, his memory is still with us anywhere we look in pro wrestling. Anywhere. So it's never going to die. His legacy and his, existence is never ending. So go all in on Dustin, please. It just makes sense.
If you're going to give him one last year, which, I mean, this is just my theory about it, after all, please, just go all in. Give him the world title match. Make me believe he's going to win that bitch. Yeah. Give him a mid-card title run. let him wrestle a lot of the young guys, some of the older guys. Dustin's probably one of the few people you could put in the ring with Big Show or Mark Henry.
Yeah.
I don't think Mark Henry got any ideas getting back in that ring, but Big Show wrestled last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did against QT.
Yep.
Yeah, see,
I forgot about that.
I always do.
I saw.
Didn't he lose that shit too? I think he lost that fucking match.
No, he won.
No, he won.
QT.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did?
won.
Okay.
I saw Paul Way in a 3-on-1 handicap match against the Factory. So I mean, it was a dark taping, but either way.
But I will say this: if they do, this better not be no Ric Flair shit. Like, if Dustin retires, he gotta retire. Like, don't retire then show up in a different company.
I think he's the type of guy where he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep my word. I don't
He'll probably retire and then start coaching people and shit.
Yeah,
because Dusty was the type where when he retired, he was done.
Yeah,
he did I think he did maybe 1 or 2 other matches with his sons, but he was very inactive.
Man, that Battleground match, I know we're talking AEW, but since we're on Dusty.
Dude, the Battleground match was fantastic, and
Which
Dusty's involvement was great.
It also goes back to Michael Cole, too. Michael Cole with that call, the Rhodes have done it! The Rhodes are champions! Oh, my God.
That was really the first glimpse of what Michael Cole could really be in the future if they just let him go all in.
And then seeing Dustin and Goldust paint hit that and just hugging his brother and father. Oh, man.
Yeah. Just do it, man. Just go all in on Dustin. We love it.
Also,
just get in there.
That match had the best crossroads I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
When he hit that and hit that primal scream, boy, that could have been a 2K loading menu right there. And instead of selling that shit, he was like, no, let me out.
I forgot about that. He did co-main event All Out last year.
Oh, God.
He did.
20 years later.
He did. It was.
Phil, I need you to read the one that just popped up.
It was Paul White and QT Marshall. 20 years later, you are now watching Dustin's last match. Pay-per-view presented by Jim Crockett Promotions. Aiden.
The detail you went into for that joke.
And the thing is, they're saying Ric Flair's wanting to do another one.
Oh, yeah.
This man just doesn't know how to quit.
I hate to say it, but, bro, Charlotte, kick your dad in the head or something, bro.
Oh, God.
Stop him by any means. Because your husband see that's an opportunity for him to get more wrestling time.
Exactly.
Kick your dad and your husband in the face while you at it. Like, both of them just concussions. They be like, they never go think about half the shit they done ever again. Ric Flair might not ever think again, period.
They'll be all right. I didn't want to go over the final part of that of the Ring of Honor match. Then we'll get to Jamie Hayter real quick because obviously we love talking Jamie Hayter over here.
Hey, I ain't gotta fight anybody for her.
She can meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Listen. and I'm sorry, Juice, but I'm meeting you there too. Cause Toni time, all the time, baby. I don't care. I'll take some sweet cheek music every day. I don't care. It just needs to happen.
Zay, did you just read it?
You know that's what she calls that running ass thing in the corner, right?
Yeah, but like it's the way you said it. You said I take some sweet cheek music any day.
I'll take it. I don't care.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get it wrong. I forgot who. I think it was Wrestle Talk. Called Dominic. Subinik,
yeah.
I'll take his Dom any day. Let's go. Rhea.
Yes.
You heard what he said on Raw? He said, when Rhea gets brutal, it gets me off. I said,
he said,
what?
he said, I know it does it for y'all too, man.
I was like,
this close from tweeting. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
It's
you're
working
right.
for me.
Yeah, you're right. So Jericho hit. He hit an AA like maneuver to Bryan. They called it a Death Valley driver though, so I was like, oh okay. But it legitimately looked like an attitude adjustment, and I was like, oh okay, I see you, Jericho.
Jericho's old. That's why I look like that.
Jericho can't roll through with it like that. He can't hit that roll. He'll die.
Trying to make it look like it ain't. No, I know what you're thinking. That's the Dream Valley driver. That's a different move.
Thank you.
The Death Valley driver kind of looks like an AA, but it's kind of just more of like a dropping him on the high shoulders.
You're legitimately driving him onto like the top of your back to neck area. You're doing it to poor dog, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. You're doing a Death Valley.
Right now, not the dog.
You're doing a Death Valley driver to a freaking dog. Chill.
I didn't hurt him.
We here at Outside the Brand do not endorse any type of
animal cruelty.
No animals were hurt in the making of this.
Come here. So we're good. As y'all can see, no dogs were harmed.
No animals were hurt.
See, he's good.
What's
the
that?
dog is still being.
He said,
"This is Scooby."
He said Chris Jericho needs to go join his wife somewhere and drop that ROH title. What?
That dog's pretty smart if he said that. That dog's pretty smart if he said that. I'll dab him up real quick. Seriously. So Jericho, he hit an AA onto Bryan. Jericho then hit a code breaker to Bryan in midair. Looked fucking great. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, that
looked
shit.
good.
I was like, damn.
That looked good.
Jericho's got amazing timing. He might be fucking up in some areas, but that timing ain't gone away.
Yeah. Garcia came down to the ring at one point when Daddy Magic he brought in the Ring of Honor Championship, put it to Jericho. Garcia took it away from Jericho, and then Garcia hit Bryan with it when the referee was knocked down. We were all just shocked at that part. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? And then that allowed Jericho to pick up the victory. At that point, then I was really tweeting out. I'm like, all right, he wants to beat Jericho himself and not Bryan, because he wants to be saving Ring of Honor from the JAS. That's when I really tweeted that out. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm really invested still into this. I love the whole Daniel Garcia story. It just took a weird turn tonight that people really didn't expect. That's all. So we'll see.
Didn't expect, didn't enjoy. I have so many problems with this, but luckily, the match was good. Everyone involved is great. The outcome's going to be great. I can get over one night of disappointment.
There you go. Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker took on Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. Pretty good match. The match started at exactly 9:30. It's the primetime spot for the women in this company.
I looked at the time and I seen it had just hit 9:30. I was like, oh, Twitter gonna have a ball with that.
And Tyler Suplex says, oh, it's 9:30. You know what time it is. You know it's 9:30 and it happens every time.
You know what time it is, Phil? It's time for Kenny Omega to meet me in the parking lot.
Kenny?
Hikaru Shida.
I didn't know they were together.
Her
really?
and Kenny are together?
I think so. There were rumors. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but I'm pretty sure they are.
Huh.
If so, he's going to V-trigger my fucking head off, but I'll take that risk.
I don't know why, but I thought Kenny Omega had a boyfriend. For years now.
If he did, I wouldn't be. I'd ship him and Creed together. I feel like he and Woods would be like a good couple if we were shipping. I'd ship them.
It's like
AEW dating simulator.
Like some random to some people, I just thought Kenny Omega was like gay this whole time, but not exactly.
Yeah, I thought he was at least bi.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be.
I'm pretty damn sure he's bisexual.
Yeah.
I don't have.
You can't be that cool, have that good of hair, and be good at games, and not be bi. There's no way.
Again, there's nothing wrong with it because, like
I
I
was
said,
gonna say it's
I thought he
2022,
had a
guys.
boyfriend
There's nothing
back
wrong
then.
with it.
I was saying you still got a problem with it. I think you're just jealous at this point. I think you're just jealous.
I was gonna say it's 2022. It's not a problem at all,
Right.
honestly.
Plus, I mean, come on, Kenny Omega's a good-looking man. If he did
listen,
have a boyfriend,
he's a
I don't blame
good-looking
him.
dude.
Hey, he ain't got to meet me in the parking lot. I'll meet him and Shida at dinner. I'll take them both.
That's a crazy sentence, but you know what? I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
He said he want both of them in the parking lot. Okay.
2-on-1 handicap match. Oh, I know what kind of handicap match you want.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have my own Dark Side of the Ring episode after this.
I wouldn't take it that far. They not meeting me in no parking lot, but ain't no issues over here.
Oh Jesus. So I mean, the match didn't take long at all, though. This match was not long by any means. We came
Kinda
back
like
from
TJ in the parking lot.
Yeah, pretty much.
We need some type of segue from the fact that this man just admitted he wants a threesome with Kenny Omega and Hikaru Shida. We got to segue.
And
this
she better
somehow.
bring the kendo stick too. She better bring the kendo stick.
Jesus Christ! All right, no, I have every right to take your ass out.
To be fair, Hikaru Shida bringing the kendo stick by herself, I'm with it. I'm the same guy that said on TikTok he wants a white girl who had fangs in the bite and draw.
Okay.
I saw that video.
I'm cool with some kendo stick action over here.
I have something to say. All right. First of all, this chat was never like this before you came into existence, say, on OTB. So this is your fault. Second off, we are on episode 262. I remember on episode 162, it was never this fucking horny. So, you know...
Sounds to me like we're adding something good.
Look, to be fair, I understand. I brought a lot of sexual innuendos onto this show. But at the same time, you have a co-host that goes...
And see, you can't even do the voice. You can't even do the call.
Bro, I was watching Dynamite through Nate's live tonight, and he did it. I almost fucking lost.
Oh, the GT con.
And then you got fucking another one of your co-hosts who is prolifically simping over Nikita Lyons and Liv Morgan.
Liv, I get it. Nikita,
Hey, look, I get it with both. You see, Liv, she aight. Nikita, that's a... Hey, look now. I just need to know what's up there. I'm cool after
The Rock's daughter. The Rock's daughter.
If her dad wouldn't kill me, I'm with her.
Whoop
We
my
need to
ass.
stop. We need to stop.
So the tag team match.
Yeah, we came back from commercial break as he saw Toni land a bulldog on Hayter. Shida and Baker, they keep going on like this roll up kind of, you know, they're just rolling up at each other, and it was just kind of crazy. And Shida, she rolled up Baker to secure the pinfall victory. First of all, I'm shocked at two things. I'm shocked that Britt Baker lost. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like Britt Baker never loses.
That's Tony's golden girl right there.
And she's legitimately, and I'm not even afraid to say this because I've said it before on the past shows here. She's legitimately the Charlotte Flair of AEW.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm shocked that she got pinned in this.
They didn't pin Jamie
Hayter.
Hayter. That's a surprise, yeah.
See,
I for sure it was going to be Jamie.
I'm gonna shoot this out there. To me, Shida and Britt, are they the women's version of Sammy and KO for AEW? The Fight Forever.
They always are fighting.
They're always fucking each other up. I feel like they're the Sammy and Kevin of AEW.
They are always fighting with each other, or at least involved in matches with each other. And honestly, I'm not mad at that because Shida's great and Britt, she gotten a lot better. But I don't know. I mean, you might have a point. You might have a point.
They do feel a lot like Charlotte and Becky.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And Charlotte and Becky have always been the KO and Sammy of the women's division.
That I can compare it with, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it's not a bad shout. Good job. That's really not a bad shout at all.
Also, Steven, don't think I didn't see that tweet. Don't think I didn't see it. I seen what you said about Jamie Hayter. You a sick ass nigga. You really is.
What are you?
I don't blame you though. I don't blame you at all. Not for 1 second. Not for a millisecond. I don't blame you. I'm with you. You just a sick motherfucker for putting that on social media like that.
Steven?
See, now I gotta pull this up.
What the hell did you say?
Is his Twitter the same as his TikTok at?
Yeah, Steven Sports Studio.
Oh, I gotta see what the hell he said. Hold up.
Oh, Steven. Oh, Steven. 2 hours ago, my guy.
2 hours ago. Steven. Steven. Steven.
I mean, you're not wrong. But Steven.
Not at all.
Like I said, I mean, I don't care if it's Toni. I don't care if it's Jamie. I take the sweet cheek music any day.
Look now. Look, I don't know what anybody got to say. But Jamie Hayter from behind probably sound like Chicago at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Crazy.
Sound like Chief Keef in the studio.
That's fucking crazy. Yes, Steven is the one that doesn't like Kofi Mania, which I don't understand how.
None of us will ever understand that. That'd be
That'd
like me saying I don't like Martin Luther King.
Yes, Juice Robinson's the one that gives sweet cheek music every day, and it's listen, I love me some Juice Robinson, trust me.
This nigga said Battle of the Booty. Hey yo.
Steven's followed by China's official Twitter? What the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
Dude.
What the hell? And John Cena. This motherfucker. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong there?
I'll
never understand
John Cena's following list one day.
I just want to see how many. He's following 444,000 people.
I guarantee you 300,000 of those people is porn stars.
Wait, who's following 444,000?
Cena.
Oh, Cena. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. Cena's just that dude. He's better than your favorite person. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Shawn Michaels ain't putting ass cheeks on my timeline. I'm just saying.
No, trust me. We all know.
Jim Ross is.
Jim Ross think he's slick with it though.
He think he is.
Like,
Jim, we can see
he's not as bad as John Cena. Because Jim Ross, he be seeing it. He be like, his hopes on his like and keep it going.
Main event time.
Yeah.
The All-Atlantic Championship match is fantastic. Orange Cassidy, Pac, they've been basically going at it since Revolution of 2020, I think it was.
Yeah, 2020.
I've been seeing a lot of criticism of, and this isn't a shot to anybody, but I do want to use him as the example of the argument and the criticism, because it's a fair criticism to make. Loff was talking to me before the show tonight, and he was saying that these random championship changes are just not what he's about when it comes to these matches that happen on AEW. Mainly because, and the thing is, it's not even about him not liking Orange Cassidy, and he doesn't really like Orange Cassidy all that much. And here's the thing: you like the people you like, you don't like the people you don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he just doesn't like these random championship title changes that really don't make much sense in the grand scheme of things, to me, this one made sense because it's been happening over the last couple of years for Orange and Pac going at it. And it just made sense of where we are on the grand scheme of things for venues and all that type of stuff there. How are you guys feeling about these championship matches on television and sometimes championship changing hands? I don't mind if it makes sense, but I do see his point.
It depends. Because to talk about that, I gotta talk about the Eliminator series and shit, which makes jack sense to me. Because why is a champion in a championship Eliminator series? Because what happens if they fucking lose? Do they lose the title? Because why is Toni Storm in an Eliminator series match on Dark?
Championship Eliminators are what WWE used to call the championship contender matches, where if the champion gets pinned, that the person that pinned the champion gets a title match next week.
That's so fucking stupid. That's stupid.
No, hear me out. Here's why
is it on Dark?
Here's why I think the Eliminator match is better than a championship contenders match. Because championship contenders matches come out the blue. There really is no rhyme or reason these people are getting contender matches.
Sometimes these Eliminator matches don't make sense, though.
Yeah, they don't always make like Mance Warner will never make sense. But at the same time, for the most part, these are people either from different companies or within the company that have a decent record.
Hilarious, TJ. There it is.
They have a decent record. They have God damn, that GG call fucked my whole esophagus up.
Listen, I have no idea how he does it, but yeah.
But for the most part, the Eliminator matches, they all make sense for why the person's getting the match. And I feel like it doesn't matter as long as you're putting on a good, entertaining match.
Yeah.
The championship contender matches in WWE suffers from that because you would put on championship contender matches and it's fucking Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura. You're not getting a good match out of that, no matter how hard Shinsuke wants to work that night.
Now we get normal number one contender matches, so it's fine there. We actually get like actual championship contender stuff, but
I don't
mind why the fuck was I getting
beating the champion and then getting a title shot?
Yeah. Because why was I getting Aaliyah versus Charlotte Flair in a championship contender match?
Yeah, like what the fuck has Aaliyah done?
Bitch, that 3-second victory against Natalya, who ain't been hot since 2017.
And now I think that was the year when.
Come on now.
I think that was the year when she farted, and that was legitimately the most relevant she's ever been in her career.
No, 2017 wasn't the farting year. The farting year was 2009.
Yeah.
Oh.
17 was the year she won the SmackDown Women's title that no one fucking remembers.
No one
Every
cared
time they say that, I have to say she won that shit. And sure enough, she had a whole rivalry with Nikki Bella over that title. That lasted a good chunk of the year. I still don't remember it.
I would like to say, though, it's a shame because Natalya is really good in the ring.
She's a fucking heart.
She just suffers from the same issue Brett suffers from, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't very good at stories. She cannot paint the picture like some of the other performers. It's, in my opinion, what made Shawn better than Brett. It's what made Owen better than Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for all y'all about to shit on him for saying that, he's right. Shawn is better than Brett.
I would die on the hill that
Shawn is better than Brett.
Should have been the singles guy facing Shawn for the WWE title at Mania and shit. It was Owen.
Bro, so who was it? HyperX Wrestling posted that. He said, who's one wrestler that should have won the world title? Owen. Owen was the better heart by far. Best member of the Heart Foundation. Owen, clear.
Fantastic tag team wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see
That's
it.
why I don't feel bad about Montreal Screwjob. Because Brett was mid. Let's be honest. He was mid. That's why a lot of people, when you name the Attitude Era stuff, Brett may be in your top 5, but unless you're dick riding him, he's not in top 3.
Bret Hart's a top 10 wrestler all time, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
But that's on the strength of his in-ring work, which is, like, in my opinion, the most important part.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's other elements. What made Shawn better was Shawn was a great character. A person you could truly hate.
That's why it's so stupid when people say Shawn couldn't wrestle. Bitch, he went a whole hour with Brett at WrestleMania.
And Brett, yeah. And Brett's going on record saying that he didn't carry Sean.
No.
Sean was a very good in-ring worker.
Yeah.
He was just more flashy than Brett.
Right.
Bowen was more flashy than Brett.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that they didn't give Owen a shot at the WWE title when Rock had it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have gave him a shot.
Somebody said Owen was the Sami Zayn of the Attitude Era when he was part of the Nation.
Oh yeah, that's actually. I think of that comparison every single time I see the bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Owen, Brett.
I gotta go get
They're
something to
great.
fucking drink. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Zay and I are gonna get so much hate tomorrow for that.
People will clip this. I'm gonna start from the commercial break for the All Atlantic title. We came back from commercial break as we see Cassidy make it into the ring by the count of 9. He was on the outside of the ring. There was going to be a 10 count, but he got in at the count of 9. Orange then hit a Total World DDT on Pac, spiked him on the fucking top of his dome, bro.
Pac sells like a fucking god.
Dude.
Can't nobody spike themselves on their head like Pac.
Yes.
Everyone said,
yes.
He sells
Y'all
it like
remember
he
that
got
meme of
shot.
Sean where he's just standing, but he's on his head in the middle of the fucking ring like a tree? Pac could probably do that by himself.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw these two go at it at Grand Slam, right? Yeah, they face each other at Grand Slam. The match is just as good, but like, I mean, this right here, I mean, when Orange wins the All Atlantic Championship, it just makes it that much better. I would have loved to see it happen at Grand Slam, but I understand the reason why they did it here. I do, because it's Canada's debut. I mean, you do it there. But he spiked him with that DDT. Cassidy then hit a beach break on Pac on the apron with Brutal there. Orange Cassidy then hit an orange punch on the Pac to secure the pinfall victory. And that orange punch folded him like a motherfucker. Folded him.
Folded like some clean laundry.
Like, man. And
Scooby,
obviously,
stop fucking with my pillow. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
The dog. During the portion of the match before the commercial break, Danhausen made his appearance because Pac was trying to get the hammer, the ring bell hammer. Obviously, the cursing happens, and Danhausen's good.
Why was the ref standing behind Pac like he was a wrestler that returned about to beat his ass? That camera framed it like the ref was about to beat his ass.
He's like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?" The curse, and you can kind of see the ref just like,
"The fuck is going on?"
Rick Knox is like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You have the hammer in your hand? Give that to me." It's like, "Oh, you want it? I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Fine." And then he just goes under the ring, grabs another one, about to hit him. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Bro, Bryce Remsburg gets one of those referees that I just want to see wrestle one time. Just once.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be Aubrey. I got to see it. It's got to be Aubrey, I feel like.
Aubrey versus Bryce. That would be fucking hilarious.
But no, I would love to see Aubrey wrestle one time, too.
Oh, yeah. Aubrey's my favorite AEW referee. She has... But the thing is, this is what I like about AEW's referees, and I've always said this since day one of the company.
Fucking personality.
Thank you. Yeah, you took it, but thank you. They have personality, and they actually have fucking names. The only names that we know on WWE's roster, John Cone, the crooked referee from the Authority storyline. Who is he?
Yeah, John Cone. And then
John Cone wasn't the crooked one.
Who else was there? No, well, I only know because I followed them on Twitter.
Charles, well, we know Charles Robinson, but I don't think that was.
He retweeted one of my tweets, by the way.
Earl Hebner.
But he's not really.
Jessica Carr, the one on SmackDown.
Well, now they're actually getting names to them.
Yeah.
But before, we didn't know names. We didn't know names other than John Cone during the early days.
I know one name that we can't mention anymore, but I can't remember how to fucking pronounce it. Fucking.
Are you talking about Drake?
Yeah.
I don't mention him here either. I just know the first name.
Why am I watching a video of Post Malone doing the water spit with Triple H?
Why are you watching?
Let me see that man in the ring. I swear to God, let me see Post Cena.
Oh yeah. Give me a rappers battle royal. Put him, Action Bronson, Lil Yachty,
Wale, get them in there.
And while we're at it, can we get Yeet in there just so I can watch Keith Lee
Yeet?
Get that man with the meanest spirit bomb onto his actual neck and he can stop rapping, please? For the love of God, I beg of you, AEW. I will personally pay for his flight and everything. Just make him stop.
Scott Armstrong. That's the fucker. Scott Armstrong was the crooked referee during the Authority storyline. Like, they always called him. Mike Chioda, we know now. I mean, like, they're actually getting names to them now. But before, like, in the early, like, 2010s and everything like that, we didn't know any names of these guys unless it was, like, legitimately looked up.
Yeah.
But in AEW, they gave him names right off the bat, and they gave him personalities, which I've loved. So, I mean, props to AEW for doing that, because it honestly gets them involved in the stories of the match, especially people like Aubrey, because Aubrey's always that referee where they're always animated in these types of matchups, and it puts them into the story.
One thing referees learn, like when they're first getting into it with pro wrestling, is you are a part of the performance.
Yes.
Your reactions are going to help gauge the crowd's reaction.
Because they're just as important as the wrestling. Just as, if not more.
If you're sitting here blank-faced, not really paying attention, the crowd, when they see you, isn't really going to believe any of this is like high octane. But if you're grimacing and you're kind of in the corner like just dreading when you have to make the count, the crowd is going to be like, oh shit, this is okay, yeah, this is real.
Why do you think Bryce Remsburg is always so animated when he does his 10 counts? He's like, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
He gonna pull a Sami Zayn and rip both his rotator cuff on the tongue.
Seriously, bro, you see how hard he like throws his arms up in the air? It's crazy, but I've always loved that they gave them personalities and names, and like you actually get involved with them. It's always great. After the match, though, they celebrate. They gave the people what they want, and that is the best friends hug. Danhausen's just, in the corner, just being Danhausen, doing Danhausen things. And I'm like, yeah, it's Danhausen. So, it was just a great episode of Dynamite. Great way to end things off. Orange Cassidy deserves this, and I don't care what people say. Orange Cassidy winning his first ever championship in AEW, it just was perfectly well done. I don't care what people say. He can go. He is a great professional wrestler when he goes.
Have y'all ever seen his match with Minoru Suzuki?
Have you seen his match with fucking
Bryan Danielson?
The match he had at Forbidden Door, Will Ospreay, bro. Like, people shat all over that match before it even started. And what the fuck happened? It was like one of the top. It was definitely top 3 in that entire show.
Which is a shame because Will Ospreay is one of those guys AEW definitely should have signed.
Yeah.
He's TV ready in every way you could be TV ready.
Yeah, I mean, Orange Cassidy, he gets a lot of shit, and it's unwarranted, very unwarranted, because the guy just can go. He has a lax gimmick. Yes, he has a lax gimmick. With his hands in his pockets, the glasses, rolling in the ring instead of actually like doing things. But like, and I know those like kicks to the shin where the crowd just like overreacts and goes, "Oh!" People get so pissed off at that, but bro, it got him so over. I know people don't understand it, but it just works.
I remember he did an interview, and he was talking about how some wrestlers on the indies would sell it like an actual move, and he would get upset because it's supposed to be a taunt. So why are you selling it like it's offense?
Yeah. And I love the way Pac does things, right? Because Pac during the match he was doing them. He had Orange on his knees. He put the hands in his pockets, and he was doing the shin kicks, right? But then Orange Cassidy, he's like, yeah, nah, fuck this shit. He kips up, and he kicks, he super kicks the motherfucker right on the chin. I was like, dude, let's fucking go. Like, dude, how do people not enjoy this?
If people don't understand that those shin kicks are supposed to be a taunt, after so many wrestlers have used it against him, and then you see him fire up because of it,
yeah,
then I don't know what to fucking tell you.
I understand. You like the people you like, and you don't. But Orange Cassidy, it's just a different type of. It's a different type of fan. This is the type of comedy that I like in my pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's subtle. And you're not trying to force anything. This isn't trying to force something upon like an agenda for professional wrestling fans. This is just a gimmick where, yeah, sure, it's a lax. But when he needs to go, he can fucking go. And he can perform with the best of them. I mean,
I'm sorry, my fucking hair is driving me insane right now.
No, it's cool. It's cool. And yes, Aiden, like people do take it like way too seriously at times, but it's just. I mean, what do you want them to do? I can't change people's opinions. All I can do is just state mine, and that's what you guys are here for. You guys can like it or not like it. It's okay. That's what professional wrestling is. So we don't have to like the same thing. It's just.
If you're gonna criticize it, though, come correct, come valid.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't just say a bunch of bullshit.
Right. At least come with your reasonings as to why you don't like it. If you come with like legitimate reasons as to why you don't like it, I'll listen to them and I'll say, all right, I see your points. I may not agree with them, but I see your points.
So if you come out here, Orange Cassidy's stupid. Why? Because he is.
That's not a good enough thing. No.
Another answer I hate is like, oh, it's just not my thing. Well, I mean, you got to know why it's not your thing. Like, elaborate on what about him you dislike. Because if you're just like, oh, it's not my thing, it's like, okay, then what is your thing? What about that thing does Orange Cassidy not have?
And this is not a shot towards anybody. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Oh yeah, of course not.
This is not a shot to anybody. And Loff, I know I used you in that argument, and he'll probably catch the end of this. But I do want to make it clear that Loff, I may have used your name in this argument because you were the one that expressed it to me. And I understand your points because you actually have valid points, and you've explained them to me on numerous occasions off the stream. So I understand your points, and they're completely valid to you, right? But it's just other people that they just come on in here, not here specifically, but just around there and say, yeah, no, I just don't care for it. But just tell me why. Just tell me why. That's all. But yeah, it's just not a shot. It's just just bringing up the whole argument of everything like that. So yeah, Dynamite was great tonight though. Rampage is being recorded tomorrow. And obviously it's going to be shown on Friday, but it's being recorded tomorrow. And, it's going to be a fun time for these people that got to see Dynamite tonight if they bought their Rampage ticket along with it. And it's going to be pretty good.
I heard they filmed a Rampage match before the show.
Oh.
I've seen people talking about Butcher and the Blade, and unless they did a dark match for dark, I know they have a match for Rampage too.
Yeah.
Aiden, that is not true. Phil takes shot at WCW President Love Not Famous during podcast. Join Smiteful Select for more, bro. Come on, Aiden. Don't be going on the live
detailed jokes.
Aiden's been a day one. He's been like legitimately podcast episode 1 since. So I mean he's known us since like the middle of last year. But yeah, like Aiden just comes on in here with these jokes. He's gonna be in Lov's Twitch stream. Just saying, hey, Phil talked to you like this. Phil talked to you like this. Guys, listen. I'll probably talk to him after the show anyway. So, but thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTB. Go follow TJ on his TikTok.
Yes, we are almost at 2,000 followers. Yes, you can follow me at TJ Gatsby, TJAYGATSBY, because I don't have the glasses right now, but you'll usually see my other persona, aka Discount Montez Ford, or if I'm looking bummy, Discount Angelo Dawkins, which right now it's more Angelo Dawkins. But yeah, go follow me on TikTok. My link tree is in there as well, which links to all my socials, music, all that stuff I got. Also, if you want to see more of me, I'm going to be trying to get the guys together again, probably this upcoming Sunday, do another live stream, figure something out, probably Akinator, react to something, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Cool. Here is the nameplate. It's exactly how he has it right there. So, you're good right there. And yeah, Zay's just #1 heel on TikTok. Start before time. Go get it.
I mean, I won't give y'all the whole intro because there's no need. Y'all know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
However, what I will say is, make sure to go follow me. Don't let this man hit 2K before I do. I'm so I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like if he hits 2,000 before I do, I'm gonna have a problem because I should be at 10K by now.
That's also true.
The #1 heel deserves more respect, and y'all just don't respect me enough. It's cool, it's fine. I have no problem shutting down other TikTokers to prove it.
I thought this whole Wrestle Talk community was about bringing people up, man. Nah, he's like, fuck y'all people. I'm here for myself and myself only. I'm MJF over here.
When the heel was born, you gotta be a little more selfish. Nah, but in all seriousness, thank y'all for watching. I enjoy being here. And make sure to go follow me because road to 10K, CEO,
road to 10K.
All that.
10K and he shaves that head off.
Oh.
You funny. Y'all could hit 1 million and I'm never cutting this shit off. I'm keeping it real with y'all.
Could you fit that in a hat? I want to see you try to fit that in a hat.
Oh yeah, 100%. Do I have a hat around here?
if you do that real quick, I swear that's actually gonna be pretty cool.
I don't have a hat, but yeah, I can wear a hat.
Russell Spot, now you show up in here? Bro, we just about ending this thing.
Bring him in.
Darian. Oh boy. Guys, do all the YouTube stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Busy day. Listen, bro. It's okay. Hey, you're on at 1 a.m. in the morning. You must not be able to sleep or something.
He's in Texas, so it's like 11.
Yeah, we're at midnight right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey.
Oh, before we go, one message. If y'all aren't already, and you're just somehow stumbling upon this, subscribe to Outside the Brand. Come on, what are you doing with your life if you're not? And hey, if you don't want to subscribe to Outside the Brand, we got 2 words for you.
Yeah. Shout out to DX real quick. Or I thought it was gonna be the whole because considering it's AEW, I was gonna say Scissor Me, but I mean it's okay.
Yeah. Hey, we can't. We'll get sued.
Yeah, I'm not a part of the Acclaim, brother.
Hey, no.
I mean, everybody loves the Acclaim, but I mean, listen, wait, they can't even do their Acclaim thing because it's they can't even do that. What?
Hey, all I know about this is A-Town down. Anyway.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
A-Town down. Well,
they need to update 2K22 to that theme. I'm sorry. I know they won't, but they did. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Hit that like button. I didn't even set a like goal, but if this isn't up to 15 likes before I get the fuck out of here, y'all crazy. Subscribe. Go get the merch, bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand, and it's merchandise. We will be going to Teespring, but that's going to take a little while to get those designs over on Teespring. So we'll get there as soon as we get there. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. I'll make sure to edit the description so I can have TJ's and Zay's in there as well. And yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow for the extra and Friday for the Smackdown post show, as Bray Wyatt is going to be on Smackdown, y'all. So it's going to be very fun. Stay safe. God bless, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.